Green Arrow and Black Canary are back at it again, fighting crime in the streets, but Oliver Queen and Dinah Lance, they might not necessarily be so close. What's up, everybody? I'm Stan, and welcome to Detail Comics, where we go over comics in detail. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to touch on a new issue, and that's going to be Green Arrow #1. So Green Arrow #1, written by Benjamin Percy, with art by Otto Schmidt, is overall, it's a great book. I mean, I can't say enough about this, particularly because Green Arrow Rebirth #1 was one of my favorite titles out of those Rebirth books that week. The thing is, this book is like, it puts everything into overdrive. And I mean, there's so much story exposition and development within the first half of the book that you can almost feel like it's overwhelming. It's, okay, these are what most people would consider multiple story arcs condensed into the shortest period of time, getting people back into the world of Green Arrow and starting to focus on where things are going to go from there. Ben Percy is just doing a great job on Green Arrow #1, and the reason I say that is because I had zero interest in Green Arrow up until, I read Green Arrow Rebirth #1, and after that, he had me hook, line, and sinker. So the story development and how I feel things are going, the way that he's writing the characters is very good, and ultimately, in this story, we see him traverse a huge amount of information almost seamlessly. There's a lot of things that you're going to have to take at face value, but they never seem like they're forced into those particular roles. And as I know more, or as I learn more about the Green Arrow character, these things kind of make more sense to kind of get them back up to speed at this point in time. But the reveal at the end of the book is one that's like, oh, okay, cool. Let's see where that goes, because that's not going to be great for Oliver. As for the art inside the book, Otto Schmidt does a great job simply because it's so distinct and different. It's got a very different feel and a very different tone. Just the way the pencils are set up, the way that he draws Oliver, the facial expressions, it feels more lively, it feels more youthful, it feels more playful overall, which means that the content that's coming out of Benjamin Percy as the scriptwriter, it just flows so much better, which is probably why I'm so engaged in this book. Overall, Green Arrow #1 is probably one of my most recommended books, simply because it's a great way to get into the character, and it's something that a lot of different people can have fun with. So those are my thoughts on Green Arrow #1, but I want to know what you have to say, so hit me up in the comments down below, and we'll start that discussion. As always, thanks for watching. If you like what you see, hit that like button down below, and don't forget to subscribe for more news and reviews regarding comics, comic book movies, comic book TV shows and games, and anything and everything inside the world of comics.